Ken and Joanne, welcome to the kitchen to Gabbardine. Now, first of all, this is an air fryer, just like your son's has. Do you have an air fryer? I got one for Chelsea for Christmas based on Eric's recommendation, and we love it. We use it all the time. And right now, I am air frying a whole bunch of zucchini because then I will put it on some pizzas that I will also air fry. Now, other than advertising the air fryer, I'm wanting to ask you both a question. Right now, Chelsea and I are really brainstorming this idea of going to our parents with maybe grievances from the past. Not exactly grievances, just sharing what our childhood was like. Maybe some feelings, some hardships, some tough times, things that didn't go well. And now that we're adults, right? We have Ellie and Gus and Fletcher, and Fletcher's not really verbal yet, but Ellie and Gus, we think to ourselves, gosh, maybe 5, 10, 20 years from now, they're going to come to us and they're going to say, Mom, Dad, we really didn't like the way you did X, Y, Z. And how are we going to be as parents? Well, we know how we're going to be. We want to be there for them. We want to listen to them. We want to acknowledge them, validate them, and say, gosh, yeah, you know what? I mean, we tried our best. We didn't always have the right approach, and we didn't, always do it great. And sometimes we made mistakes. So yeah, those things that you're talking about, yeah, we remember those. That was tough. We're really sorry. We didn't really nail that situation. Well, that's what we know that we'll do for Ellie and Gus. But we want to go to our own parents and say, boy, looking back at my past, that was a tough situation. That could have gone much better. Could you just validate and acknowledge right now? Well, so Chelsea tried that the other night. She went to them and she kind of had, a list of experiences, and she just wanted to be acknowledged. And it's not just from the past, it's that has continued on to present, that either or both of her parents kind of stonewall from time to time. You go to them, you say, oh, this was, I don't like this, or this wasn't going well, or, this is my perspective. And they just shut down and go silent and stonewall and walk away for a couple of days. And then they come back and it's like, oh, let's just forget anything ever happened. Right? So it's not just about grievances from the past. It's this idea that even now, today, there's a communication roadblock where if you want to talk about hard things, the parents shut down and stonewall, and that's all they do. So there's two questions here. How much right does a child have to go to their parents later to ask about the past and talk about it and get validation? But then also, what about asking now in the present? Can we change our style of communication? I don't really feel safe coming to you with problems and issues without you shutting down. I'd really like to just be able to talk to you, right? So that's our basic question. And I'm curious how you both feel about that in terms of whether or not you ever went to your parents with grievances from your past, and or whether or not you ever went to your parents with grievances about communication styles and the desire to be more open.